Okay, perfect. Guys, welcome to the call. For those of you that don't know me, I can recognize some of you guys on here, but for those of you who are brand new to the call, guys, welcome. My name is Gaurav Season, and I'm just a fellow trader just like yourself. I'm still learning the markets and I'm still bettering myself. So welcome to the call, guys. Today is a special call. It's the first one of 2021, obviously. And I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody had an amazing New Year's, as amazing as it can be in 2021, right? But having said that, a lot of people still coming in. Cool. So yeah, having said that, guys, welcome to my 11th special cloth talk. So again, I do say 11th. We've been doing this for a while throughout 2020, and this is where I get on the call and I talk everything that's not technical. So a couple of the rules of this call is that when this is not an education call, so I'm not going to come here, nor is my special guest going to come here and talk about technicals, but we're going to talk everything. So all of the spiritual side of success when it comes to trading. Okay, so I believe there's a lot of resources, there's a lot of books, there's a lot of audios, videos, and whatnot on how to get better as a trader in terms of technicals. But here we're going to talk about what does it take, some of the other characteristics, some of the other mindset, skill set that you need as a trader for you to elevate. The only thing I ask of you is that you stay 100% focused. So what I mean by that is do not be here and do not be on watching telly as well. Don't be here and half of your mind is on Instagram, for example. So if you're here, we're only going to be here for an hour, as I said. And if you're here, just focus 100% and give it your all. Okay. So today's topic, as you guys should already know, today's topic is about belief, self-belief, the power of self-belief. So this the special guest I'm about to bring up is the definition of self-belief to me anyway. um so we're going to get into it, but when we look at self-belief, right, when we look at belief itself, the market moves in three beliefs. So we have the traders, some of the traders who believe that the market is going to go up, so therefore they're going to buy. Then you get some traders who believe the market is going to go down, so they sell. And then you get some traders who believe the market is not going anywhere, so they're still in the waiting phase and they're going to decide if the market is going to go up or if the market is going to go down. But what about some other beliefs, like within ourselves? So um, you know, do we even believe that we can make money from this? Do we even believe that we can learn the skill set? Do we even believe that we can make an income from this? Do we even believe that we can take our trading to the next level? Because sometimes your technicals might be on point, your entries might be on point, your risk management might be on point, but it's your negative belief inside you that could be holding you back. Okay, so belief does play a major role when it comes to trading, and I have no one better to talk about belief today. Okay, so my guest today is, as you guys know, Hana Chan, Mrs. Hana Chan, I should say. She is 19 and she's married already at such a young age. And she is the, as I said, she's the definition of self-belief to me, because there's so many things that you guys are going to learn throughout her journey. There's so many things that she had to give up, there's so many things that she had to overcome, there's so many things that she had to sacrifice for her to do what she's doing right now. I believe her husband is also an entrepreneur. Her husband is into real estate, and she just created that environment for her to elevate, to grow. She doesn't really work with everybody. She selects who she works with. So for me, I'm super glad that she's here today. I'm super glad that she's even agreed to do this, because I know she had some offers to do something like this, but she obviously ignored them, or declined them. But I'm super glad that she's doing this. And I just remember, I remember plugging into a Zoom. I believe it was one of the first Zooms where she was brand new to trading. She made her first four-figure day. And the day, I will never forget that day, because this, she was just crying out of gratitude. She comes from she's gonna talk about it, but she comes from a place where there's not a lot of work available. Education might not be the best place for you to learn from. So she's really changed herself within that environment. And for her to come into trading and to look at this and to actually benefit from this. So the day that she made her first four figures, she was crying. But now I can say watching her growth is absolutely amazing, because now she's making five figures plus per positions. Okay, so that's all there is to it. I'm not gonna go too much because I would like her to say a little bit about herself. But guys, just put a 111 for Miss Hana Chan, and before I bring her up, reason being is because what she's doing, guys, is super amazing. Okay, she's working with a lot of people within her country. She is elevating everybody within her. So without further ado, let me see if I can spotlight you, and you can come on. No, that's for me. Because okay, there you go. Can you hear me? Oh, you're mute. You're muted, I think. Just trying to find you. Where are you? Okay, there you go.
Oh, okay, now it's working.
Perfect, guys. So welcome, Hannah. How are you doing?
Been doing amazing. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I get a lot of offers, but I never do them. Like I even got an offer to do an interview for a magazine, but I declined. I prefer being private, but we just go so far back. Like you defined my beginnings, and I feel like you deserve that, and I'm gonna give everything. I'm gonna spill everything that I never talked about before, not even in my course, not even on Instagram, and no interviews, because for me, I have started from nothing. I am literally someone that I'm a daughter of a single working mom. I'm a daughter of someone that had to sleep in the same bedroom, in the same room, in the same bed with her mom and her sister, because my dad would beat my mom and he would break her bones. She could not work. And I told myself, like, no way, one day I'm gonna take care of her. This is not the end. She's not gonna end up like this. But I just knew that I would have to figure out, and I would have to figure it out quickly, because everyone has this mindset that you have to, compromise your happiness, go through a lot of like learning. And of course, we all have to learn. But to me, self education is so much more important than formal education. I went to grammar school, which is considered like one of the best schools to go, to university. And then when I was there in my final year, I was deciding with myself, am I gonna compromise my happiness and my results and my career success for like 10 more years? Or am I gonna forget what everyone's saying and I'm gonna go all in? And you know what they say, right? It's the toughest right before success starts. And when I first started trading, I was 17. And it was great, lost some money, made some money. Then I started, making 100, making 200, 300, all the way to 1,000. And I was like, oh my God, every day. And I'm the type of person that is not holding back. Like if you go to my Instagram, you'll see my personal bank account, you will see my bank statements, you will see my real accounts. No bullshit, because I hate when people would like blur everything, or they would say that they do something but they don't show anything for it. But I'm the type of person that, hey, yes, I'm going to be transparent, I'm going to be real. If I mess up, I'm going to respond, and I'm going to be as quick as possible and take responsibility for my actions, because we all have to be responsible. Responsibility leads to being more accountable. If you're more accountable to yourself, because you owe that to yourself, you're going to be more successful. And that's exactly what I did. Guys, no I had zero options coming at me. Like the success ratio of me succeeding in a small town of 6,000 people, me saying, oh, I'm gonna leave school, drop out, gonna be a trader, was zero, because no one listened to me. No one supported me. Not my family, not my mom, not my friends. All my friends, when I started making money, I was like, hey girl, let me show you. You can buy yourself stuff. Like I don't even try to like put you in this for a living, just so you can earn some money and then treat yourself. I was like, hey, let me do that for you, because I love doing this. I love helping you. And then they were like, no way, like you're gonna get so greedy, you're gonna lose it. And I'm gonna talk about losses too, because I think that's really important. It's important to address that, absolutely. But let me just continue with the story. And so they were all like, no, like they were furthering away from me, abandoning me, and I was becoming isolated. me, and then my trading was going great, but my social life and my mental health was just sinking, right? It was dropping low. Again, the chances of me succeeding at that low point were even smaller. They were non-existent. But I told myself, like, this is my dream, and I'm just being accountable for my dreams. And if I don't do it now, I'm gonna regret it. Like, we're so young. I believe everyone on this call is so young. There's never too late or too early to start. You just have to do it. And even if I started at 17 and dropped out, I still think that I was too late because I have so like my mindset now is so elevated. Like I feel like I have so much more to accomplish because my potential, when you begin to unleash the truth and you put that glasses off your face, or like you reveal your eyes to the truth, your mind just elevates so much. You automatically have higher goals. And when people ask me like, how much have you made, and I tell them, like, one person was asking me, okay, like, he was a hater, right? He said like, you're fake, fuck yourself. I was like, look, dude, let me show you. Like, no hard feelings. Let me just explain to you how it works. I showed him and he was like, oh wow, I can't believe like you made 120,000 in 2020. Like, that's unbelievable. Just let me be your student. Right? It's all about taking responsibility for your actions. And that's all I did. And then it gets worse. So after you take responsibility for your action, it gets worse because you're exposed, right? And you feel like you're laying on this thin ice, right? And everything is gonna I guess break. But it's not that. When you take responsibility and when you go after your dreams and you take the first step, it's always the hardest. But let me tell you, this is just is it's fake. It's not the hardest. The hardest is then climbing up. Because for at least from my experience, I started, but now where I am now, I went through worse things than dropping out. Dropping out was just the beginning. And then what happened? Then I was disowned, right? They were like, "You're not gonna live in this house anymore. Like, you're not. You can't be with us. Like, who? What are you gonna do? You're nothing. You don't have a diploma. You don't have anything." And I was like, "Wait. If no one wants me here, at least I can financially support myself. Basically, therefore, that means I can do whatever I want and I can go wherever I want. I don't even have to get a car. I can pay someone to drive me, or I can pay for a plane ticket and the plane will, take me anywhere." And that's what I did. I went to London. I told my mom, okay, I'm gonna leave that weekend. I was like, gonna go to London. I was asked to talk at a conference. There was like, I don't know, like 1,000 people. And she was like, no, you're not gonna go. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought you told me that I'm not your daughter anymore. You don't want me here anymore. I'm gonna go after my dreams. And then, of course, she was mad. Every mom that gets mad, she was worried. Go to the conference. Then everyone starts approaching me. And I remember that video, they sent it to my mom and she started crying. And that's, for a parent, you have to understand, guys, like, parents just want the safest, most stable option for you. And we can't blame them for that. They just have their mindset wired the old-fashioned way. It's traditional for them. And there's nothing wrong with that. We just have to be patient with them and kind of educate them so that they understand our decisions, and kind of let them know that, they're going to be okay and we're going to be okay and everything's going to be okay. I don't recommend that you break the bond up with your parents because they're not doing this out of hatred, obviously. So when I came back, opportunities started opening up. People started asking me to mentor them, but this still wasn't like my peak where I started like really making good money. I said that I'm gonna take some time for myself, and of course, the best thing to do is to just travel around. And that's about the time when I met my husband, and he basically said, like, no one's gonna ask you to go live your dreams. Like, no one's gonna push you that much. Not even if you have a mentor, they're not gonna push you that much. Everything that you want and everything that will make you happy has to come from here. Even in marriage, or if you guys have a relationship, your partner is not going to make you happy if you don't make yourself happy first. If you don't believe in yourself first, if you don't put yourself first, you have to be your first priority. You have to take care of yourself first. And it starts all in the mind. And it starts all with believing in yourself. Because when you believe in yourself, you discover you're basically your best asset because you're capable of anything. Like there's some philosopher, I believe, that said, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Like, let's look at some famous examples. Elon Musk, that guy is crazy. People would say that guy wants to go to Mars and populate Mars. And what is he doing? He's doing exactly that. Like he's building a spaceship. He's collecting people, training them to go to Mars. And everyone told him no. But because of his self-belief, like study these people, guys. I read his autobiography. No, it was not autobiography. I believe it was just a biography. He was saying, my parents, my siblings, no one believed in me. He's a college dropout, guys. When he made PayPal, he dropped out of college. And I believe he did it twice. He came back, then he was just like, fuck that, because formal education is not gonna get you anywhere if self-education will, and believing in yourself. Same with Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos wanted to be the richest guy in the world, and what happened like these past 2 months? He became the richest guy in the world with Amazon. I think his net worth is like, correct me if I'm wrong, like over 80 billion now. Same with Grant Cardone. These are all famous people that you have to study. That's what I did. Grant Cardone, 40 years old, that guy. He was a junkie, drug user, street pharmacist. What else was he doing? I believe like stealing. He was a thief. And then he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like stop because I know I can do it. Because I know even if I'm 40 years old, I don't have any time to waste. I can do it right now if I want to. He wanted to, he did. What did he do? He saved up, took a loan, bought a house, hold that house for, I believe, like 5 years, sold it off, made a profit of 400,000, and just repeating. Repeating is important to get you to the phase where you're self-disciplined. When you're self-disciplined, you're gonna start seeing progress, and then you can really start climbing every step to go higher and higher. With me, it was just being consistent. Small goal, being consistent every day, make a profit on trading. Every day. I don't care if it was 30 bucks, if it was $3, 300, 3,000. I don't care. I want a profit. Don't be greedy. If you're greedy, I'm sorry, the market will teach you how to be greedy. I'll get into that. Then I was like, I believe like 10 months, I made a decent amount of money. But then I got self-discipline every day, every morning, wake up. First things first was watching a motivational video. I specifically watched Infinite Waters, if anyone knows him. Writing in the journal, affirmations. Affirmations changed my life because they do the self-believing for you. They believe in you. When you say it out loud, it kind of gets into your system. It kind of marks in there. It's kind of like a stamp. You're stamping yourself with these affirmations, and you're slowly but surely programming. I mean, everyone talks about this. I'm just the living proof. And I'm telling you, if it worked for me, zero chances to success to being, being okay. Like now I'm financially free. I can really now say that I literally don't have to worry about any rent. I don't have to worry about any payments. Now I'm at the point where I can lay back every day, or now I sleep until 11 a.m. if I want to, and it's no problem at all. So, and I want that for everyone. So where did I leave off? Morning routine. Do exactly this, because this is what I did. Wake up early, drink water. Don't drink stupid sodas, don't drink stupid Sprite, just water, because that is gonna hydrate you. You're gonna feel so much better. You're not gonna be all moody, and you're not gonna be angry. You're gonna wake up, you're gonna hydrate, you're gonna immediately feel better. Affirmations, find them anywhere. Any affirmation is good, as long as you have something that is in the present tense. Like, I'm happy that I have 100,000 in my bank. I'm happy that I have a roof over my head. I'm happy that I'm healthy. I'm happy that I'm achieving my goals. I'm on the way to being a successful trader. Stuff like that every day. And then you make a whole to-do list of your day, and that's it. Structure, repetition, self-discipline, then it comes progressing, and then you start elevating. And that's it. That's what I did. And that's my husband, he is definitely a non-believer in affirmations. When we started living together, he was like, oh man, like, what are you doing? And I was like, what do you mean what I'm doing? I'm literally making more money than you. You should be repeating after me and take notes from me, because don't you want to like make more money? And he's also the type of guy that posts a lot of money stuff and a lot of screenshots. He's very transparent. And so, you know what I did and what you should do? I made affirmations, took it out of the notebook, put it in our toilet, on the seat cover, or in front of the mirror in the bathroom. And I was like, you cannot leave the bathroom until you say all those affirmations. Works every time, guys. I still do them, and I still make money every day because of that. And when he did that, next month he made $100,000 in 1 month. I swear, it works. And then he started, doing that every day. And now he's just, he's up there. Now I'm trying to run after him. So yes, self-believing and affirmations are definitely one way of, or for people that don't believe in themselves, but they're just gonna get taught to believe in themselves. But also look at it from a universal perspective. I mean, all of your lessons and all of your decisions, every single decision in your life has brought you to this call. Sometimes you have to look at it from a universal perspective, like, why is this happening? Like, I love thinking philosophically. I love reading philosophy. It's really close to my heart, because every single person here is so worthy. Like, if you're on this call, you know that you're so worthy and that you can do it. Like, literally tell me one, if I ask you, tell me one reason why you can't do it. Like, you can't think of a reason. Anyone can do it. And I know we had this one professor in high school. He was my math professor. I don't know if any of my friends are here on this call that went to school with me, but you know who I'm talking about. He was like, if you're disabled, you should go to school for disabled people. Like, he was matching everyone into boxes, right? Which is what I really hate, because this is basically limiting their self-belief, right? Again, guys, study people that made it. Greta, she is a environmental activist. She has Asperger's disease. She has a lot of difficulty performing what she does, but she still does it. Like, and who told her to not to do it? Everyone. She still did it. She still missed every single Friday. See what I'm saying? Repetition every single Friday. She's gonna go striking for climate change every single Friday. She did that for weeks, for months, for years. And then what happens next? Elevation. And now she's nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, I believe. I mean, and it's incredible. And it's not that hard to make a routine, sticking to it. Because everyone here has it in themselves. You're either just lazy, or you don't wanna do it, or you have to expose yourself to the truth. Like, what's bothering you, really? Is it your family? Because you're gonna have to take some time away from your family and just like just move a little from them, give them their space, and you have to get your space, because you have to not get distracted. For me, everyone tried to distract me, even with my first business, which is my passion project, actually, like taking people in to mentor them in Forex. We were a very closed group, but everyone told me, like, not to. This is a losing business. Like, you're not gonna profit. And I was like, you know what? By the time I'm 20, my goal with this passion project is to teach people, and it's to donate to charities. And with my business and with what I do, this year only, we donated more than $10,000 just from the course, just from my earnings, splitting them and just giving them away. Even people on Instagram that have messaged me, I've also donated or paid them rent or paid for gas, and it's just, and what has stopped me? Nothing. Nothing can stop you. You have to have this, I guess, like, line mentality. And even if you think you can't, fake it till you make it. Because even us girls, like we get self-conscious all the time. And I believe, and guys, I know guys too, right? And it's nothing to be ashamed of at all. We get self-conscious and we're like, oh, I'm so ugly. Oh, like I don't like my lips. I don't like my nose. Like my eye color is ugly, you know, all the time. But what I do is I fake it till I make it. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk on the street anyway. I'm gonna show myself to the world anyway. I might as well do it with confidence. And that's my next thing, confidence. Even if you don't have it, hype yourself up. Confidence is like that extra sauce, extra drizzle on top, excuse me, that is gonna help you. Because when people see you hyped and they're all happy, they wanna follow you. They want to hang out with you. You attract things. And when you hype yourself up, you're like, I'm going to make money. Like, I'm going to build a successful business. Like, I want to build multiple business. Like, I got this. I can do it. Like, nothing is stopping me, guys. My family could have stopped me. My poor mom, like, I love her to death. She was like, she was working. She was like, Hana, like, don't do this. Don't disappoint your mom. That could have stopped me. That was so hard to tell her that I'm gonna do it no matter what she says, because I'm gonna prioritize me. I'm gonna, like, I can't compromise my happiness. I can't compromise my goals and your dreams. You cannot do that. Don't compromise. Nothing can come between you and your goals. Nothing. Every single obstacle that you get, you just have to get through it. Even, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I also lost money in the Forex market. I believe at the beginning of 2020, I have amassed, I believe it was over 150,000 euros. So I don't know how much that's in pounds, but it's a lot of money. And I lost half of it. And it was horrible. And I was just like, oh my God, my goal is, to have $200,000, is to have 5 investors invest more than $500,000 in me. And I'm gonna grow it to 1 million and we're gonna split. That was my goal. And when I lost that, I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit trading. I'm not gonna, and it wasn't a blowing your account thing. It was more like the whole month was just so bad. And I thought, oh my God, like, no, like I'm done. Bye, like bye Instagram. I'm gonna go in a cave, gonna, bury myself alive. And then I thought I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, people that I know, which me and my husband have other friends that are in other fields, but have also invested money. Like my husband's business partner, he's a millionaire. He lost, I believe, $500,000 trading like Bitcoin or something. And he was literally like, okay, well, what can you do? Like, it's 25% of my net worth, but I'm just gonna keep working. Like, there's no, what do you expect me to do? Like, I'm gonna keep working. Like, if someone asks you on the street for like $2 or like £5 for like whatever, when people are begging, right? And you give them that money, are you gonna cry yourself? Like, are you really gonna go bury yourself? No, right? Because it's just $5. And you have to think the same with money. Okay, it's a bigger amount, but you have to have the same mentality. That's my next big thing. Stay on your focus, stay on your lane, stay focused. Yeah, it can get the worst, but that's the thing. You're gonna get tested. And that's a good thing. The worse it is, the bigger the test, the bigger the reward. You may think in your life right now, maybe something's going on, because we're all people and we all have stuff that's going on. But you get tested. And I like to think of it, after I learned my lesson, now I think about it and I'm like, the bigger the test, like the bigger the reward's gonna be. So if right now it's so bad, I'm so happy about it now, because afterwards, what I'm gonna get back is so much bigger. And what happened after I lost the money? I hit all my goals for 2020. And I thought 2020 was the worst year of my life. It started the worst. But in reality, like, then I just got rewarded, because you will get rewarded. Everything in life, and it's a universal law. from Newton, all right? If you give something, you'll get something, right? Something that goes into negative will come back positive, right? That's just the law. That's just how it works. So if something is going on in your life right now and you're struggling, think about the end goal. Think about the reward. The reward, you're gonna get, like, everyone gets rewarded. It's not like everyone does it and you don't. It's not like that. The universe does not pick favorites. We're all the same. I'm the same as everyone else. I used to think I'm even worse, and I used to think that I'm even a nobody. But then I realized, what's the difference between me and Elon Musk? Nothing. What's the difference between you and me? Nothing. What's the difference between you and Nelson Mandela? Nothing. We can all do that. They're all people. We have the same capabilities. Some people just train more for that. Some people just study more. But does that mean you can't do it? Heck no, you can do it too. Like, there's no reason why you wouldn't. If you want to, you will. And that's it. Then I hit all of my goals after that. And yeah, I started being like very private. But I realized, if I'm gonna do something, if I want to leave a digital footprint on Instagram, is that I'm gonna get real honest and I'm gonna get real transparent. And then I just started like posting everything. And I still get every day like hate messages that like I'm a whore, that I'm just like showing that I'm not like that I'm faking. And I was like, I got this $10,000 Chanel bag. You think if I didn't have any money I could afford that? That's just one trade for me. And I have like 10 more bags here. And so you have to stop thinking about what people are thinking of you, and just, again, don't let anything come between you and between your goals. And that's how my second business started. Actually, like, me and my husband are doing kind of co-directing a data company. He's the one that's in the sales program. I'm the one that's like a creative director, or works everything behind the scenes, where I do the organizing, or I type it up, or I send it, or I edit, or I make sure that the website looks nice and stuff like that. And my sister and my mom, again, they're like, no, you're doing good. You're doing good right now. So like, don't mess it up. Like, don't do anything else with Josh. Josh has his own things. Don't start something together. You're gonna get mad. You're gonna get angry at each other. You're gonna start fighting. And again, people started coming in my business, but there should nothing be between you and your business. And that's like, now we're running a successful business together. And when you ask, a lot of the times, what's really funny is you ask people that have been married for like 15, 20, 40 years, and you ask them like, when did you get married? Like, what's the secret sauce for your marriage? And they're like, oh, we got married at 20 and we're so happy now. And most of the time they like, people that get married, it's the same as you should treat your business too. Always put them first. Like, you should put yourself first, right? But then put your partners first, put your company first. What I mean is, don't let other people go in your business. Be private. Don't announce things. Put it on Instagram, and then you're just gonna get discouraged, is what I mean. Start private. Any goals that you have, don't tell them to other people. They're gonna dishonor you. They're gonna tell you, oh no, you can't do it. Oh really? Are you really gonna do it? Then show me. They're gonna ask for proof. They're gonna, people just think these days that they just have like a say in everything. I believe, like, in this day and age, everyone has to have an opinion. Everyone has to do stuff a certain way. They have to, every day, like, even on Facebook or on Instagram, people think that they're just like doctors, or they're just psychoanalysis. They're gonna psychoanalysis you. And that's why, before you do anything, stay quiet, do your affirmations, do your plan. Nothing is gonna come between you. Remember what I said. You and Elon Musk have the same capabilities. We're all human. And now I'm kind of like, in a place where I learned all of that, and now I love sharing it. And we just closed our Forex group. We implement this every day with all the traders, and I see such a big growth in them. And not only in trading, but mentally. Because if you guys want to succeed in trading, and if your goal is passive income, first you have to start with your mind. First, you have to start with your mental health. If you're in a good place, because obviously if you're in a bad place, nothing is going to work. You're just going to keep procrastinating. You're not going to stick to your goals, or you're just going to want to spend the day in the bed, or you're just going to have excuses. And excuses are the worst thing in the world. I hate excuses. They're like a virus that come and they attack you, and it's just so annoying. So only surround yourself with that people that are not judgmental, people that earn more money than you. Don't be afraid to be the person that earns the least in the room. I always love making friends that are so much higher than me. And I love like surrounding myself with people like that, because I see like when I went to Paris and then we went to America, like we met so many people that were multimillionaires. They earned multiple business. And me and Josh, before, like I was only trading. Now I have multiple businesses, and I have something else coming, but of course I'm not gonna talk about it. And they all say like they all have a mindset like whatever it says in the books, like I've been doing that. They all implement everything. And that's the next nugget I'm gonna go into, implementing. It is absolutely no use of you being on this call if you're not going to implement anything. You can buy the book and you can post about the book on Instagram, but if you don't read it and you don't do what it says in the book, why the heck did you buy the book? If you bought the course and you don't do anything on the course, what does it matter? It's all about implementing. When you start implementing, you'll get rid of the scarcity that's keeping away, because you're just gonna do it. And it's true, just do it. Implementing is like one of the other quintessential things for success that I love talking to people about, and it's also what I did. Like my sister and some of her friends specifically, they were like always asking me for advice, or they would be like, oh Hana, like how did you start this young, like you already achieved so much. And I'm just like, no, I didn't do anything yet. I'm literally just implementing what I learned. And if people would do that, I know like so many, like Josh, for example, like I have to mention him, like that guy has like 200 books in his room, but he only reads like one chapter. Just like, why did you buy all the books if you're not gonna read them? But he has experience, he's street smart. So you either get the experience from real life, or you read about it. And for me, being in that small town from nowhere, doing like nothing, being scared of everything, all I had was books. So I kind of had to do that. And I had to kind of, I didn't have any other choice than to read books or like listen to someone online. So yeah, implementing is something that's gonna just get you ahead. Like, and for every field of your life, even in work, when your boss tells you to do something and you implement it and you just listen to it. And that's also in the book of what's the name, like How to Win and Influence People, is either it's not flattering. The author says don't flatter people, because that's just fake. It's not going to get you anywhere. But if someone gives you constructive criticism, you can't take it in a bad way. Or if you learn something from a book and you think that they're wrong, you have to be open-minded. And that's the next thing. Being open-minded is gonna get you places. The word even open-minded, open, is gonna open the doors for you, because that's what it did for me. Like I learned that I just need to just do it. I need to not be scared. I need to just go. And that's and that's literally it. Like it is so simple. It's so simple to start, to just start. And yeah, that's kind of like my story now. Let me just check the clock. Okay, I've been rambling about 45 minutes now. I'm sorry, but that's where I am now. We have two businesses. We have an OnlyFans even that again, we were open-minded. We were like, okay, we're gonna use it for business, obviously, the OnlyFans, and now like we're in the top 3%. You know, he does all the filming, but I write the script. I get the data. I get all the products. I make sure that the schedule is there, and then we just split. You know, so that, and that's it. And now, you know, I've never been happier.
Wow,
Never been
perfect.
happier because I decided that I'm gonna do this for myself, and I decided that, you know, nothing's gonna stop me, and nothing should stop you. Like no excuses. No one is putting a gun to your head and saying, "Oh, you can't do this." There's, as long as it's legal, like, you know what I mean. There really is no limits to us, and the fact that you're here on this call is just important enough, and you learn that it's you versus the world. But yeah, guys,
Wow, wow,
that's
perfect.
just how I went. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Definitely, you know, you showed us that, like, literally, whatever life throws at you, you just got to overcome it if you're hungry enough for your goals. Because obviously, you can fold in, you can give up on your goal and your dreams, but you know, you've got to do the opposite for you to succeed. I just have one question for you. You know, I believe everyone, you know, if you can even think back to your early days as well, like everybody's got this belief before they start that, you know, they believe they can do this, hence why they start, hence why they buy the books, they buy the course, they do whatever they want. But other question as well is, how do you maintain that belief, and also how do you protect the belief? So, you know, for so many, for example, you know, let's just say, you know, we've had a bad week, but over Saturday and Sunday we've had like a self-talk, a positive self-talk, and then Monday comes, we're like, we're gonna go, we're gonna smash it, we're gonna stay consistent. Monday comes, first trade gone out the window, second trade gone out the window. By Wednesday, Thursday, we're mad at ourselves again. Or, you know, that's one scenario. Or another scenario could be, you know, we're just on our couple of months, and then we're seeing so many other people doing so well than us. You know, maybe they've started after us and whatnot. But how do you protect your own belief?
That is one of the best questions I ever got. So, first off, protecting your belief, I think it's easier than growing and staying at that. Because for protecting is just you're private. Because I have projects, right? But if I was to be public with that and I was to told someone, or like my family, because I don't tell my family what I'm gonna do next, because I know they're gonna be like, no, bad decision, too risky. No. Just stay private. Don't tell anyone, and do and write as many details as you can. So for example, like if you want to succeed in trading, and if that's your goal and you believe that you will succeed, write a whole plan, because then it's just going to get easier for you to repeat. Write a plan every day what you're going to do. But then it gets tougher when that starts failing a little and you just kind of start like spiraling. Okay, what am I going to do? Like it's not working. I'm hitting losses. If you love it so much, you're going to continue doing it. The one thing that's watering the seed of belief, I guess two things that water the seed of belief is love and passion. If you love it so much, you're gonna continue doing it. You're gonna, like, even if you lose your whole net worth, but you love doing that, that's just, you're just gonna keep going. Like, there's no other way. It just has to, it's the only way for you. You have to look at it from that perspective. The only way for you to succeed is trading. And that's it, passion and love. That's what kept me going.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Actually, on that note, you know, because you said what grows your belief is love and passion. On that note, just this week I was reading this book, and I'll highly recommend it if you haven't read it. It's the Market Wizards, right? And Jack Schwager, what he does is he goes around and he has conversation. He interviews America's top traders, and I came across this quote, and it ties in with what you said. I know the quote. I'm just trying to remember who said it. What's his name? Because again, there's so many other traders in here, but quickly gonna find it. If not, I'll give you the quote and then you can just find out for yourself. And the quote is, again, I'm going to say it twice so you guys can write it down as well because it's super powerful. Give me a second. Okay, the quote is, I feel like my success comes from my love of the market. I am not a casual trader, it is my life. I have a passion for trading. It is not merely a hobby or even a career choice for me. There is no question that this is what I'm supposed to do with my life. And I think that just highlights what you said. There's passion in there. There is definitiveness, like you know this is what you definitely want. And then there's definitely love. So I feel my success comes from my love of the markets. I am not a casual trader. It is my life. I have a passion for trading. It is not merely a hobby or even a career choice for me. There is no question that this is what I am supposed to do. And I think I just want to also highlight the fact that it's not a hobby or career or even a career choice. Like so many of us, and I love those two words because hobby, this is what we do on a spare time basis. Career, this is what we do on a 9 to 5. Okay. So you can't have that same mentality coming into the market because I'm pretty sure, as Hannah can touch as well, she had to do overtime onto this, overtime over overtime. Saturdays and Sundays, she had to sacrifice those lifestyle Saturdays and spend the night in and then work, backtest, or find her edge or build her business. So you can't bring those two things. You can't bring the spare time, aka your hobby, or you can't bring in your career choice. You can't treat this like a job because this is beyond that. Okay, trading will eventually become your life. Like you would have to live, breathe, and do this basically if you really want the success. So, guys, as I said, we are coming up to the end of this. Let me know if you guys have any questions. We will keep it open for the next 5 minutes before then I'll move on for my special announcement for next week. But absolutely love what you said. I also love doing it. Yes, of course, John, you've got the right idea. So keep doing what you're doing, and eventually you don't know what's around the corner. So the book's called The Market Wizards.
It's a
Oh,
great book. I read it twice, and also
oh, I
the
think I've
net,
sent it
the
to you.
Market Wizards too.
Yeah, the
And
market.
I agree. Like you have to become the thing you're doing. You have to integrate with your love for trading. You have to become the market, basically. And that's what I did.
I keep writing it in the wrong chat. Wait a second, guys. So the market wizard. There you go. Okay, if you just type that in Google, you should get it. As Hannah said, there's a series of them. But yeah, just work your way through. There is definitely some crazy nuggets on there. So I can see there is no questions on this. So Hannah, I am going to bring this to a close. Thank you so much for your time. I believe I've got major notes here. So thank you for that. Again, your time. You didn't have to be here. No one is paying you to be here. You came out just for love, for passion. So definitely appreciate you, your time, and then the nuggets that you've dropped. So there you go. Yeah. So before I do close out, guys, I would just like to ask everybody for our next week. Okay, next week's special guest. This one I really had to. I'm trying to keep the excitement because I'm super excited about this. Okay, so just put a 111 if you guys would love to hear from a hedge fund. Okay, if you guys would love to hear from a hedge fund, put a 111 if you guys would love to hear from someone who's been and lived the Wall Street life. Okay. And put a 111 if you guys want to hear from a billionaire, cash, liquid. Okay, awesome. So for next week we have Mr. Tony Doff. He's now an author, but he was an ex billionaire hedge fund. So I messaged him, I shared him my passion, I shared him my growth, and he said he's down to do a one-to-one interview like this next week. So he's based in New York, Long Island actually. He'll be down here next week. So guys, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the flyer. But other than that, plug in. Hannah, once again, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you. So IG, I don't have IG. I do have a page. So this is my page. This is where you can get hold of me. And Hannah's IG is this, but yeah, basically the Market Princess. out there. So guys, thank you so much for plugging in. I will see you guys next week. Hannah, once again, thank you for your nuggets. I'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it so much. And thank you for inviting me again. It's been
No
a great
worries. No
experience.
worries.
Thank you so much.